Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Nothing like a little drama in the skies, right?
You know what? I love drama. I'm here for drama.
Know. That's your middle name.
It is. If you didn't know that about me, I live for the drama. Everyone's at home going, But it was great. It was great because we finally had some measurable moisture. It was record-breaking in certain locations. This monsoon setup really delivered, and we still have active skies out there right now.
Okay.
I want to show you some great shots. Thank you to folks.
Look at that.
I know.
Scott, good job.
Sunset in Cedar City. Thank you for submitting on abc4.com. Absolutely lovely. Another stunner. Thank you, Susan, for sharing this one. Look at that rainbow. That is stunning. Cedar City. All right, check out the time lapse coming out of Price. You see the clouds on the move, but this was an area that saw several thunderstorms, and you're going to get those dark skies, and you see the downpour, the wet pavement, and the moody conditions as we ended tonight. Looking at our precipitation totals, Price did really well, getting 1.3 inches, almost an inch in Enterprise right there on the Iron and Washington County line. Deep monsoon moisture in place with these storms and heavy downpours. Almost an inch at Zion. They saw a flash flood warning today that expired this afternoon. They also saw one last night. 8/10 in Spanish Fork. That was a record, almost 3/4 of an inch in Cedar City, where those great photos came from. Milford getting 3/10. Manti, woo, hello, getting that moisture as well. Heber getting 3/10. Just making sure you're paying attention. We've got over 1/10 in Magna and St. George. Love to see it. Love to bring in the moisture, and we still have some of it along the Wasatch Front. As we look at the forewarned radar right now, we're going to zoom on in. North Salt Lake, Bountiful, Centerville, heavier rain right there. We're going to see that extend for the northern Wasatch Front. What's moving over the lake will likely hold together and bring some rain to the northern Wasatch Front and into Cache Valley as we get through the next hour or so. Active conditions in northern Utah right on the state line towards Snowville and I-84, and then the northwestern corner of the state continuing with those showers that are out there. Nocturnal storms possible. Uinta County with some rain, and then jumping a little further south. Gosh, I-70 has gotten their fair share today. They had plenty of lightning. Green River saw some strong storms. We know Price did, and we still have that flash flood warning until 10:30 in Emery County. That was also an area that saw a severe thunderstorm warning. As we look at those flood alerts, we know that that last one is holding steady in Emery County. That expires at 10:30. Another great shot coming from Judy. This is in Kanab. They also saw a flash flood warning in Kane County. Look at those clouds, and then tonight, that gorgeous shot coming from Ivins, starting to dry out a little bit in the southwestern corner of the state. Temperatures were significantly below average. It was a rainy day. It was a rainy day, folks. 70s and 81 was that high in Salt Lake, 8 degrees below where we typically are. Mid-80s in Moab. St. George only got to 80, and that was hard work because they were soggy for all morning and into the afternoon hours. 70s along the I-15 corridor. Into tonight, the chance of showers holds on as we drop into the 60s. Showers and thunderstorms will be isolated in nature, but the potential is there in northern Utah, where we hold on to that cloud cover. Low to mid 60s expected, 65 by tomorrow with those storms and showers. Another day of active conditions. It was wet out there tonight. That moisture in place. It rained at the Dashboard Confessional concert, in case you were wondering. That was over on the western end of the valley. Deep moisture in place. We definitely tapped into that today, and while we get drier conditions moving into southern Utah, we see a very good chance that northern and central Utah stay active for the midweek. We will see storms yet again, and our Futurecast times them out. Our excessive rainfall today really included the entire Wasatch Front in northern Utah and southeastern Utah. It pulls back with that slight risk for Cache Valley tomorrow, but the green is a marginal risk, which means we'll see some heavy rain, brief heavy downpours with the storms that we see tomorrow. Futurecast kind of gives you the timing here. Here we are by midnight along the northern Wasatch Front and northern Utah. We have those storms holding on. Here we are by 4 a.m. Isolated in nature, cloud cover stays. Heading into the afternoon, we start to see activity in and around the southern end of the Wasatch Front, and then it begins to pick up. Northern Utah, Utah County, Wasatch back. The chance of seeing this in the Tooele and Rush Valley areas, and Salt Lake is also there into the afternoon. Scattered storms. Here we are by 8 p.m. Yet again, we'll get some wet weather moving through. It's spotty. That's what happens during monsoon season. Drier air moves into southern Utah Wednesday. It'll start to surge further north as we head into Thursday, but I think some lingering moisture will allow for a few lingering storms. Possible flash flood potential. We actually decrease the threat in the south tomorrow. It's still possible, so not safe to recreate, but it's not probable, which is where it was today. So overall, that wet weather potential begins to decline as we march through the rest of our work week. But tomorrow, likely we're going to see those scattered thunderstorms, and that moisture holds on into Thursday. Here's a look at those temperatures for tomorrow. 70s and 80s, below average still, with storms in the northern and central portion of the state and a few in south central Utah, getting back to the 90s in St. George. As we look at the next 7 days in Washington County, we're going to climb the temperature ladder, drier by Thursday with only a slight chance. Triple digits return next week. Here's the Wasatch Front, and you check those numbers, staying below average for the remainder of the work week. Storms tomorrow, becoming scattered to isolated Thursday. By Friday, it'll be a slight chance, but I still put it in there because there's potential. Drier for the weekend. Forewarning you, there's a chance next week we could see additional storms.
Wow.
This was a solid monsoon push.
Yeah.
Came in like a football player.
Rain at the concert tonight, huh?
Yeah, it was coming down.
Oh, a lot of fans braving it, though. That's
I
pretty
sure
cool.
did, and it was amazing. And forgive my hair.
Dashboard for the win.
There you go.
Dashboard for the win.
Die hard right there.